Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I wanted to come back on with this Nespresso maker. I bought this on eBay as a fruit fly. Anyway, um, and I paid $45 for it, and it was a little bit dirty, but I've cleaned it all up, and now I've got it working. I thought for a minute maybe it was leaking, but it wasn't. I was overthinking it, I think. But I really love it. I've been having fun with it. So these are metal little shelves, and you can lift that up if you need to fit your mug down here or set it here. And here's the water container, and I use filtered water in mine just to make sure it doesn't get like lime scale or anything. So that goes on the back, and you can fill it all the way up and get multiple coffees out of it. Um, and this one came with this piece, which is attached, and it is the milk frother. They call it like an arancino or something like that, I think. So let me just show you. So there it is. And inside of here is this little whisk. And what's cool about it, you put it in here and it just magnets to the base thing. And I have used this quite a bit and realized it's too fluffy froth for my taste. I don't really like that. And so what I've done is taken off this coil and use it without the coil. I'll just show you real quick if I can do this one-handed. Nope, hold on, let me. So I just take that coil off and just use this part and magnet that in there. And for a couple of days, I was like, well, now I'm afraid I'll lose the coil. But somebody pointed out that the cap has these little ear things on there. They call them ears. I don't know. And you can put the coil, kind of want to do this where you could see it. Let's see right here. You can put the coil right on there. And that way it stays on there. Hold on. And then you don't lose it. And if you've just washed this, even with the coil on it, you could put the whole thing on there to let it dry. Okay, so what I do for mine, first I turn, you hit this once and the lights blink. I'm going to show you my like little fall coffee I'm making. And I've already had one today, so I don't really need this, but I kind of wanted to show it to you. So I don't know if you can see in there is a fill line, a max fill right there. I put about half that much milk in there because if you do that much milk, that's a lot of milk. And I'm using this 2% dairy milk because that's how I roll. Not even half, actually. I do about a quarter of the fill line. And then what I've been doing is taking a little bit of pure maple syrup, and I mean like the tiniest bit, like that much. So probably a quarter of a teaspoon, maybe. And then you put that on there. And for a hot coffee, you hit it once, and now it's running. I don't know if you can hear that. It's pretty quiet. And then today I thought I'd try this Starbucks blonde espresso roast. So Starbucks makes capsules, especially for Nespresso. And I've had both the Nespresso brand and the Starbucks. They both seem pretty good to me. So you open it up, and here's the capsule. And you put it in facing towards you. And then when you press it down, it pokes holes in the capsule. I forgot to get a cup. Hold on. Oops. So you put your cup under there, and this one says you can make it as a ristretto or an espresso. Mine is set up for espresso, I think. I don't really, it's whatever the settings are. This is espresso. This is lungo, which is like a long pour espresso. So you hit that. It's a little loud, but not too bad. This is my fancy microphone. You get a few little drips after the fact. No big deal. And then sometimes I will actually pop it because then the last drips come out right away. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. One day there was a drip like that and it was like there for hours. Okay, so you can see there's a nice little crema on top. It smells pretty good. Then we'll take our milk. See, even with it, it still gets pretty foamy. Anyway, pour that in there. Now, in the morning, I usually do a double shot of espresso. Even this isn't where I normally have it. I want to be able to show you. See that? Even without that, it's quite a bit of foam. I usually kind of mix it in. And so there we have it. It's just a little bit of sweet maple, a little bit of milk, and then the blonde roast coffee, which I think is a little bit lower caffeine content. And I have heard people put cinnamon and things in there, or pumpkin spice, like actual spice. But I haven't done anything like that. I just do a little bit of maple syrup. Oh, it's delicious, guys. I'm just setting that there so you can see it. But now I'll show you how I clean this. I just take this and rinse it out. All right. I rinsed it out. I put just a little bit of water in there. And then sometimes I'll put just like a drip of Dawn soap in there and cap it back up. And then this isn't necessarily recommended, it's just what I do. You guys, it's delicious. Loving it. And then once that runs, maybe I go in and clean it, and every now and then I will take this whole part and put it in the dishwasher. And then also there's a ring on here, a rubber ring. And I take that off and put that in this whole part. I put it all in the dishwasher. Every now and then. But anyway, that's how I clean it. And then as far as this goes, you just click that and the pod falls into the little bin here. And this one can hold like 10 pods. But after a while, when you pull them out and you just dump them. It's just easy. It takes me all of 10 seconds to make coffee that's yummy in the morning. I love it. Anyway, I just wanted to check back in and show you because I had said maybe it wasn't working correctly, but wrong I was. And then this automatically turns off after 9 minutes, I think, or you can grab them both at once like that and press them, and it just turns it off. So that's that. All right, guys. Thanks Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.